Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with SmartOptionTrain.com. Happy Wednesday, the 8th of July. This is our midweek video. I know I did one last night. You get two in a row. Let's talk about this market today. And while we're still down on the SPY for the day, we've had quite the reversal. And, what's important sometimes is to look and say what's going on here. So we had this big gap down. I personally think the South Korean market going into a bear market, the continued sell off over there brought some more follow through. You also had the President Trump today was very active. He did at least six or seven interviews and talking about the ceasefire's over, but need Greenland, all sorts of stuff. And then but he went back and forth, and each interview got different answers. And the bottom line is the market eventually shook it off after coming down, putting in a double bottom on the overnight lows. We came off there, and you've had this nice move up. And we came down, we tagged the 50-day. We talked this morning how that was an important place to hold, and here we've held it. You've had a nice move back up there, took back the 21-day, and we went above the 8-day. We pulled off of it here ever so slightly as we're sitting here. Um, let's talk where it led this. It was the semis. The SMHs, look at this big move, red to green and powerful candle into that gap, could run itself back up to this 604 area, right? We saw DRAM, the memory space, also wake up. Nice move back up there, engulfing yesterday's candle back above the 50-day. Micron back of that gap, SNDK also back in the gap. You see some strength there. In the semis, it was really about NVIDIA today. NVIDIA just woke up, it pushed. There's a report out that China's going to let some of their companies buy some H200 chips. That would be good for NVIDIA. And you got NVIDIA with a nice big move up here into the 205 area here at the moment and looking much, much better than it did a couple days ago. And we'll see if we can break out here at this point. Right. So nice big move there. It's in the gap. It has room to go. As for the rest of these semis, AMD, Intel, not doing much. We had strength in energy early. Oxy was covered in flow, but you can see here everything came off. We'll wait to see what kind of happens in Iran tonight. If it's more back and forth or we don't do anything. The banks, they came crashing back down. They weren't there. XBI continues to hold very strong in the biotech and pharma sector. Gilead tried to break out, couldn't hold today. We also saw IGV, just gap down, didn't hold in. Names like Microsoft were weak. Palantir weak, coming back in but holding in. When we look at big cap tech, Amazon really was not so great today. Tesla sold off again today, all the way back down, but did hold that important 390 level. That's the level it needs to hold. Meta, you know, keeps look. Meta looks better, and then it dumps like today. The 100-day couldn't break above it the last 2 days, rejected. Google down. So this was not a all-around general type of rally here today. It was very narrow. It was very focused on specific names. They went right back to the semis, and that's kind of where we were. Apple, though, had a big day as well. Nice move back up there. Nearly needs to break above that 315 area. Hood also with a real nice recovery here today, moving back up. So we're going to get Pepsi earnings in the morning. We have 2 full days left in this market. The market's thin, and I think that's what you need to realize. Right now, look at volume again, how low it is here. What are we down to? 12 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, 33 million shares, right? The volume comes in on the open, comes in on the close, and between the day, the algos are running amok. And you have to figure out how to trade around that. Um, Oracle, big volume pop here. Not sure what's going on there. And for me, it was Nvidia today. I traded Nvidia with stock twice and calls once and made very nice money on that. And it's just for me, it's about looking for that name to focus on here, and that's all I'm trying to do here. So, if you want to join us, I'll link in the description. I'll love to have you guys in the room. And right now, the SPY, if we can move up tomorrow, fill this gap, maybe test this downtrend again, and see if we can break out. Catch you guys live in AM. Everybody have a wonderful evening.